Hello everybody, we are back. Phone's cooled down. Good little tip for you: as long as you've got a protective glass on your phone, lay it onto the face down a cold metal surface like this. It will cool it down nicely. Calais, it's over that way. Dungeness power station. Boulogne is that way. Let's see what we got. Boulogne Deep is that way. Rye Harbour Nature Reserve, Camber Castle and Camber Sands, Salt Marsh, basically everything that's there. Romney Marsh. Yeah, it's just lovely views really. I'll give you the views first and then a panoramic of the views anyways. Looking right out to sea. Well, ain't that just real fine and pretty? Sorry about the wind, guys and girls. The River Brede, which leads off of the River Rother. It's one of its tributaries. Dungeness Power Station. Calais. Sea's choppy today, so I don't think we'll see many rubber dinghies in that. And any that should try the tide, may the Lord have mercy on their souls, because they will need it. And we're starting to look over towards Northiam now, where I was yesterday. Things have started working on the phone since I came up here. I'm on the highest point in Rye, and all of a sudden everything just started working, so it's obviously the signal's so bad down here. But yeah, I wonder if they'll let me stay here to do my uploads and that. If they run an extension lead down for me, it'll be perfect. Right, you're looking down at the ladies' jail and the ladies' jail exercise yard, which is now the herb garden, which we're going to go and see soon. My phone has cooled down beautifully, even if I do say so myself. That was Rob's trick, or not trick, but a little thing he told me to do. Lay on something cold metal or ceramic and it cools it down quick. Just make sure it's not freezing cold or damp or wet, because you'll get condensation in your phone. And that wouldn't be very nice at all, would it? North Downs. Fishing fleet. River Rother, Romney Marsh, Dover and Folkestone. So where we can see all over to that way. Telegraph poles ain't fine and purdy, but the view ain't too bad, is it? Right, guys and girlingtons, I'm going back inside because it is cold. Here, a little view of that. And I've been out here for about half an hour, letting my phone cool down for 20 minutes and then sorting all the uploads and downloads and stuff. No flag up at the moment. Be careful of these when you go in there, and the door jams, because I am a short arse and even I bang my head up in these places, so this goes to show you how low things are. Gosh, I'm cold now. Thank God I've got my fleece in my bag. Right, we go downstairs now to the middle floor. This floor's very good. Well, it's all interesting, the whole place. I like anything like this. But on the floor that we're going to go and see now is something very ghoulish, but interesting. And also what I showed you in the churchyard the other day about the cross on the war memorial. Look, another really old door, look. As they say, if walls could talk. These ones would probably scream some of the things they've seen. Oh, that was a steep step. Followed by a very narrow one. See what I mean about the trick steps? Look, that's very, very steep. Followed by a really short, narrow one. They were clever. Ruthless, but clever. I love the architecture as much as anything else as well. Hiya. These are brilliant. I saw these when I came last time. Police rattle, look, in the days of the peelers before they had the police whistles. They're very decorative, their truncheons as well. They're very scratched, so I can bet that's made contact with a few heads in its day. This is what I was telling you about in the churchyard the other day, the cross of sacrifice. The bronze sword is part of the design for First World War memorial known as the Cross of Sacrifice. Cross of Sacrifice outside St Mary's churchyard in Rye, which is what we saw yesterday or the day before, I can't remember exactly when. And here is the gentleman that created that, Reginald Blomfield. There we are. And his blueprint or mock-up, as you will, as I said the other day, is this.
Good afternoon, welcome. Slightly less blurry in here, please. Thank you.
The bread's gibbet, or breed's gibbet, a tale of crime and punishment. This cage-like object is a gibbet. In the 1700s, a gibbet like this was used to display the body of the murdered John Breeds for more than 50 years.
There's one on 3 floors. Coming to the middle floor, the top floor is up this staircase here. Very uneven steps, both height and depth, due to something built in 1247 is going to have a few sort of little quirks. Most exhibits are upstairs. There's a viewing gallery at the back, so you look down the River Rother and across Rodney Marsh. There's more in all the towers, and there's more down below as well. And then when you finish in this building, you've got the door, you just come in and turn right. And drop down into medieval garden or prison yard, as they are. And that was, so the law changed about 1837. Men and women need to be kept in separate buildings from that point. And this is one of the first women towers built, apparently.
Wow.
And thank you so much for your support.
That could lead to a very small town, couldn't it?
I think I'll just pass on that. Thank you.
There we are. As I said, a bit gory, but that's what they did in those days. Well, this one will certainly get some praises at Slimmer's World. And this here gives the history of the building itself, so have a read. There we are. That one I think is the Arms of England. Is that the Lion and the Unicorn? Possibly. The Eaps Tower embroidery, this is called. It's fantastic, the detail that's gone into this. Oh look, there's Queen Elizabeth I up there. That's better. All its history, look, in embroidery, that's brilliant. For any of you that love history, well, I don't even need to tell you to come here, do I? Because this place is going to be like a kid in a candy store. And now we're going to go and see the jail, or part of it. The ladies' jail is outside. This is a high security cell, what we're going to go and see in a minute. Was believed to be where John Breed was confined prior to his execution in 1742. Now this one you definitely will have to watch your head with, unless you're about 6 years old. I'm quite short, but even I would crack my head on this one. And this is a horrible little room. Got a bad feeling to it, this room has. Imagine being locked in here. And that originally would have had iron grills on it, so you would have been exposed to the full cold. Just a little wooden bench and a blanket to lay on. Which isn't very kind, is it? Right. Anyone that's into weaponry or armour, you will enjoy the next bit. Chainmail vest. When I was about 14 or 15, I put one of those on at Colchester Castle, and they're heavier than you'd think. St Paul's coat of arms. Right. Oh, this I forgot about this room. I love this room. It's the herbal room. Right, castle still room and medieval garden. As I was saying the other day when we were at Great Dixter, a lady in those days, particularly a high-born lady, would have prided herself on and would have needed to make her own medicines and things like that. All from herbal stuff, natural remedies, and some pretty unpleasant things as well. Fig syrup. Dissolves congealed blood caused by bruises and falls and helps bloody flux. Culpeper. That's Thomas Culpeper. I have been here before, but it's one of those places that you just never tire of seeing because it's such an interesting place. And as you can see, it's literally packed with something for everyone, particularly the bit we're going to go and see downstairs. If you ever come with kids, well, they'll just go mad over this bit. Housekeeping. There we are, that's what I was saying about making things from scratch and whatnot. I mean, a chemist in those days was more of an apothecary, and they were expensive. And could sometimes give you things that would cause you more harm than good. Like Dr. Lionel Lockyer, the one that's buried in Southwark Cathedral. I mean, although he was well loved by his friends, there are rumours that his pills killed people, so whether they did or not, I don't know. That's better. Deals with the shadows then. Can read the descriptions. Smells really nice in here as well. I wish I could convey the smell, but I'll just have to leave that to your imagination. Right. Ooh. This is the bit that kids always love the most. The chapel. It's got a very, very tiny chapel. It's all interactive stuff that you can actually and are encouraged to touch, especially the kiddie winkles. Hear that wind? Imagine being locked in one of those cells with no glass in the window in something like this. And although it's windy outside, it's not that cold. at the moment, so can you imagine how awful that would have been in the freezing cold? Civil War. Roundheads and Cavaliers. English Civil War. (1642 to 60), and the conical helmet below represents replica 1 at the Battle of Hastings by the Normans and English in 1066. So there you've got Civil War, and there you've got Norman Conquest, Battle of Hastings.
Good afternoon. I'm reading from Rye Museum in Rye, East Sussex. Our fire alarm keeps going off. I don't know whether it's been triggered by the wind. I'll just take over from the colleague who said it's gone off about 6 times this morning. If there's any way you can advise which sensor is being triggered.
Yes, it's Tango November 31 7 Hotel. Stephen Masters.